And just like that, the final episode has begun. Welcome back to Tales of Vesperia. My host MegaShadowFist, second video, second commentary. And we have to fight this little, like, sand shrew thing, I guess. Unless we already fought it. I don't know. I don't know my Pokemon, ladies and gentlemen. I wasn't allowed to play Pokemon as a kid. But, you know, we're not going to get... That's a different story for a different time. I wonder if there's a chest down here. So as a result, I'm a lot less knowledgeable of Pokemon than other people of my age. Like, I really don't, like, I know, like, a couple things about Generation 1 and Generation 2, and that's about it. Most of my knowledge comes from, like, the 40-some episodes that I saw of the anime, back when they used to show it on Boomerang, you know, back in, like, 2008 or so. Nectar Balls, we don't really need those. I feel like this is the way that I'm supposed to go, maybe? Interesting. This actually definitely looks like Ospio. And you could say, and I know some people are like, of course it looks like Ospio. Like, you know, this was Ospio that was taken into the air. Duh. I know that. I was just saying. The other part that we were just in did not look like Ospio whatsoever. Now we're in a section that actually does look like Ospio. I don't want to go there just yet, though. I want to go back and see if there are any other, like, enemies that we could fight before then. We already fought you. I guess technically we could fight him again, but could we fall down? I was wondering. I wanted to see if we could, like, fall down. Oh, so that's how I see. Like, I guess I kind of made it seem like this was going to have you teleport over here, but that would be a little silly. They teleport to a bunch of different places. I was just saying, I feel like, okay, the reason that they're locked is because the other points that they're supposed to warp to just aren't there, as you can see. Whatever the case may be. What we need to do, I guess, is go down ladder, downstairs, down ladder. Let's go down ladder, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot to check. Synopsis. Was it called Bactian? Or I could just look at my map, the world map. Go to dungeon. Let's see, the Wizenakatas, Kogor, Egothor Forest, Bactian. Yep, that's it. There's one, was it Care Bakram? Is that what it's called? Is now a band taken over by monsters. Anyway, the reason why I was thinking of Care Bakram is because now that we're at the 40-minute episode, I believe it's time to ramble for just a little bit, not nearly as bad as getting lost.
Did people really live in this place? I don't know where we're supposed to go next.
It's like the place is made to confuse us.
It was probably built according to a plan at first, but after all sorts of little improvements, it ended up being the tangled city that it is.
Isn't it strange that such an advanced civilization would have such haphazard planning?
Maybe they were so advanced that the plans couldn't keep up with the rate of progress. Perhaps they thought technology just a few years old was outdated and changed their plans.
There's no use making guesses about what happened to a lost civilization. Let's keep going.
You're not interested in figuring out how that lost civilization kept from getting lost?
We men will make a path.
That's right.
Oh, please.
So go ahead, lead the way.
Exactly. That's what we men shall do. Let's go ahead and fight you. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah.
Watch my back.
Remember at Care Bakram how I was like, oh, you know, the summer season of anime is starting. It's so cool, you know, the summer season. You have like Sword Art Online 2 and... What else did I talk about? I think that's all I really talked about. Sword Art Online 2 and maybe something else, because I don't think there's really anything else that I was really super looking forward to this summer season, even though it was a great season. And then I was like, oh, you know... And then when we were at Egothor Forest, we're like, oh man, you know, the fall season of anime is starting. You got Hitsugi no Chaika Avenging Battle, and Yowamushi Pedal Grand Road, and Psycho Pass 2, and all sorts of other anime. It's so cool. Well, it's been another season. The winter season of anime is going to be starting this week, actually. Winter 2015. So that should tell you just how long this series has been going on for. You know, when I started the series, the latter end of the spring anime was their second half of the spring season of anime was going on, and then we went to the summer season.
Victory pose.
Yeah, you too. And you know, then the summer season happened, and then the fall season happened. Oh, the winter season happened. That's sort of how I've been, you know, keeping track of how long this series has been going on for. It's been by the amount of the anime that has been on. Let's fight you. The anime that's been going on screen. The anime that's been going on screen. The anime that's been airing during that time of broadcast. If you get my drift, you know. Of course, by saying the anime that are coming out during this time period, that's really dating this video, but it doesn't really matter because guess what? In the description, there's a big fat date that lets you know when this video was published. Not when it was uploaded, when it was published, because you know sometimes it's very rare that I do that. Like one time, let's see, have I ever uploaded? No, yes. I believe that I uploaded Let's Go Random number 3, which is Battlefield Bad Company 2, which was the winter. Which is the Christmas special that I did for 2013. When I did that, I recorded that like literally the day that I came back from Thanksgiving, and I uploaded it like a month in advance. But that's not the norm. Anyway, I just felt like saying, oh yeah, the winter season, because I mentioned when the summer season began, when the fall season began. I felt like saying when the winter season had begun, and yeah. Not really as much rambling as I want it to be, but yeah, whatever, who cares. Tales of Vesperia. So, did I ever... What? What? Was that completely silent? Rebirth 2, I actually learned it. And repeat, I was about to say reskill. Repeat, learned a new move, by the way. Rebirth 2, Lucky 2. I didn't notice this in the, while I was recording, but one thing I noticed, like, Healing Art Charge. Able to use charge attacks for Healing Arts only when Mighty Charge is set. I don't know what Mighty Charge is. I don't think I even have that set. So I think that is completely useless to me as it is. So, whatever the case may be, let's go to the Bahamut tier +1. Like, I was like, oh, where's this Healing Art Charge? I don't see it, even though I passed over, like, 5 million freaking times. When I was editing, I was like, wow, I'm so stupid. People in the comment section are just gonna definitely yell at me for being completely idiotic and blind and all sorts of other things, like, oh, how did you not see it? Because it was one of those things that was right in my face and I didn't see it. Whatever the case may be. Did I ever... I've already said this several times. I was like, after this I'm gonna start playing Fantasia, an English patch of Fantasia, because my Japanese is definitely not good enough to be playing it without an English translation just yet, anyway. Maybe... I don't know. JRPGs generally tend to have, JRPGs definitely tend to have, you need an orange gel. JRPGs definitely tend to have a bit more advance of a vocabulary. Like, you know, like certain games, like, you know, not all Japanese games are created equal. Like, some games are easier to get into than others. Like, Super Mario Galaxy, for example, which is what I've been playing to sort of, learn a few Japanese things. Like, that was made for, like, a more general audience. So, like, some kanji that they would use, some words that would normally have kanji used don't have kanji used, and, like, whenever they use kanji, they have, like, what's called furigana, so they have, like, the little hiragana on top of it, so that you can sort of sound out the kanji and figure out what they're trying to say. And then there are JRPGs, which are a bit more advanced in that regard. It's locked. It's loked, as Alpha Megasin would say. But anyway. But yeah, I feel like I'm going to play Fantasia on my own, of course. We're going to fight all these at once. Yes, let's do it! Nope, I guess not. Whatever the case may be. And then probably Destiny after that. And then, yeah, Destiny will be my 5th Tales game. It's kind of crazy to think that just a year ago, aside from like a couple episodes of the anime for Tales of the Abyss, like, my knowledge of Tales games was completely and utterly non-existent. I actually do want to play Tales of the Abyss. I think Tales of the Abyss might actually be my next title after Destiny, but you know, it depends on how quickly I play through them, and because I'm gonna be probably playing through Fantasia and Destiny on my own, it'll probably take me a while to do it, simply because outside of recording, when it comes to just playing video games on my own, at the very least, I don't tend to very much, just because, I don't know, it's just one of those things. It's like, It's just one of those things. So, but I feel like if I have like a goal to work towards, like being Fantasia and Destiny, so I can say that the original 3 PlayStation titles, the Tales of Vesperia universe, of the Tales universe, I often act like Tales of Vesperia is like the whole universe for the Tales games, but the whole Tales universe, and now feel completed. Because obviously there's a Eternia, which is the first. Yes, you are stronger, Estelle. You leveled up. Which is the first Tales game, or not the first, the third one, the second one to come out in the US. I've already said this time and time again, but we will destroy them in no time. But you know, just to say that I've completed the original 3, I just, you know, I feel a lot more rewarding. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. But when do I ever know what I'm talking about? Let's get back to Tales of Vesperia. So, oh wow, I just noticed that is like, you notice in the background there's like this giant, it looks like a, I can't really change the screen, but it was like a giant, why does the word escape me right now? I feel really silly.
No one can stop brave Vesperia.
It's like a giant, like, ooh, you learned a new skill. It was like a giant CL crystal. That's actually not the Terra Crest. I wonder if anybody could use it. I believe that Judith, Estelle, and Rita can use it. No. No, you can't use it at all. No, only Judith can use it. Does everyone? No, okay, so Judith can wear ribbons and tiaras. I think Estelle and Rita can only wear tiaras. No. I think only Estelle can wear, I think Estelle just wears tiaras, and then Rita, I don't know. It's weird. It increased her physical defense by quite a bit, actually, so. And I'm pretty sure that I got a boost in magic defense with the other thing with the other weapon anyway, so I think it should be fine. Maybe. Who cares? I don't care. I'm sure you don't care. Whatever the case may be, let's go over here. See what's over here. And try to activate this, why don't we? Let's see what's in. What? Nope, can't activate it. Nope. Okay, what's this? Magic lens. Okay, so it seems like we've explored every accessible area at the moment in the main floor, so now we're gonna go over to this other section of the dungeon, I suppose. The one that we sort of ran away from. I think we visited in the... Did we visit in this episode or the previous episode? I'm pretty sure it's the previous episode, actually, but... Anyway, that doesn't go anywhere. We can't use that just yet. Why do I keep forgetting that? Okay, let's fight. Actually, there's a little small section over there that I missed. I know taking the time to explore every nook and cranny of this, you know, dungeon is, it might seem kind of annoying, but it is what it is. This is the final, the final dungeon of the game, at least from my understanding. I mean, sure, I have the EX dungeon, which I'll be doing for like a bonus episode, which I think I should lay out my plans for the bonus episode. I don't think that I'm going to take the time to try to complete the EX dungeon per se. I think what I want to do maybe is do just like a normal recording session, like an hour and 20-minute recording session, and then
Me too.
what was I gonna say? Like an hour and 20-minute recording session, and then whatever I complete is what I complete, and then I split into like 2 40-minute episodes and just call it a day. I mean, like, I would try to just, like, go through the entire recordings, or I would try to, like, complete the entire dungeon in one sitting, but, you know, I have college classes and whatnot that start next week, so I won't have as much time to make as long of videos as episode 100, which is an hour and a half. I won't be able to do that simply because of how long renders work. Now, if it was, like, Ace Attorney, for example, like, those videos take no time to render at all, actually. The first one took a long time to render, because, actually, I'll let you in on a little secret. Normally I color correct my videos, but for the Ace Attorney series, I actually don't color correct them. The first video was color corrected, but, I just felt that the first video came out just a little, even with color correcting, I think it came out just a little bit too bright. Like, even... Sometimes videos come out a little too bright, and, like, it's just, like, it's no big deal, but it's, like, I didn't want an entire series of videos to be like that, so I was like, okay, I'll just stop color correcting it. When I color corrected the first video, which was 20 minutes long, by the way, it took about 5 hours to render, which is a bit longer than normal. It's loped, but when I didn't color correct it, Like, it takes, like, no time at all. Like, a 20-minute video takes, like, an hour. Like, a little bit over an hour, like an hour and 10 minutes. Like, it takes no time to render, like, at all. Which, I mean, for some of you who are using, like, something, like, less advanced editing software, you might be like, have I been here? Oh, no, we haven't found this yet. You might be like, oh, that's nothing, man. Like, I can render, like, in real time. Well, actually, even if you have more advanced editing software, but you have, like, a more OP computer, let's use a nice recovery smash to get rid of that poison. Why did you guys tell me that I was poisoned? I'm sure you guys did. I'm pretty sure you guys did. If you have a really OP computer of OP-ness, like, you know, editing with Adobe Premiere should take, like, no time at all, because it usually, generally speaking, renders in real time if you have a decent computer. If you don't, like me, it's 2 hours for every 15 minutes of content, so... Generally speaking, unless it's Ace Attorney, in which case it's freaking 1 hour and maybe 15 to 20 minutes per every, if even that, per every 20 minutes of content. So that 1 hour and 20-minute video that I did of, you know, what was it called? I forgot what it was called. Oh, it was called The Scream, because of the Scream that I did for, Wellington. That took like 4 hours to render, which, you know, it's kind of crazy. I'm like, oh, it only took 4 hours to render, and, you know, I'm saying...
Okay.
I'm saying that like it's no time at all, but, you know, really, compared to what 1 hour and 20 minute would normally take to render, that's actually no time at all. Raven, I didn't mention that Raven got a new skill and stuff. Okay, now we're gonna go over to the other section, because it looks like we've explored everything here, so... Let's go ahead and... Let's leave! Do 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 da 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 da. What was I doing? I was singing a song from freaking Crash Twinsanity, because I do that sometimes. We've had enough rambling for now. Let's talk about the game for another 10 minutes or so before I get into my next rambling topic, which is something that I just didn't get. It was something that I planned on rambling about in Ace Attorney, but because of the way that Ace Attorney is, I don't really get it much. Because Ace Attorney is like, it's pretty much laid out in a visual novel style, I don't really get enough time to like commentate. Most of it's just reading, so I don't really get a chance to like ramble as much as I would in like a game like this. Anyway, not Ace Attorney, Tales of Justice, or Tales of Attorney, whichever you prefer. Someone in the comment section said Tales of Attorney for one of my Tales of Attorney, from one of my Justice for All videos, whatever the case may be. An ancient relic.
We're so high. I wonder how much farther we'll have to climb.
Yes, I've never even flown this high with Baul.
To think that this is a weapon to beat the Autophagos.
The Garayos civilization was even greater than I thought.
But we're the ones who have to beat the Autophagos.
Yeah, we'll be in for trouble if we leave things up to Duke. Let's hurry.
Let's hurry, Indy. Let's go and invite you. Oh, there's like a little path to the left that I can see, that I just noticed.
These little times together.
I don't think there's an invisible wall there, so I should be able to go there and see if there's like any chest or anything that I want to get of sorts. Anyway, I actually kind of want to see what like the super, because like, I don't know, these enemies look normal colored, but the ones in like, maybe it was just like, you know, the lighting from all of the, from the environment in the main floor, but like everything looked a little different than, they looked like they were like super charged up or something. I want to see if they're like resistant or weak to anything, I don't know. I wonder if I'm sure the final boss is going to be like resistant to everything, I'm pretty sure. Especially once we get to like, one of the other forms, I don't know. Cause I know, like I said, I know how many forms it's going to have at the bare minimum. I don't know how many it's going to have, but how many it's actually going to have, like I said, cause, you know, this is my first time playing the game. I might seem like I know what I'm doing, but I really don't. Actually, speaking of which,
That was easy.
I have actually, one of those things, it's kind of like, you know how, like, you never really, there's gotta be a chest or something here. It's like you never really know how much you've learned about something until you actually take the time to learn it. I'm pretty sure that I just shoot this with my, yeah. I just want to see if there's anything extra, how much you've actually learned about a certain topic until, like, so somebody who knows nothing about this subject asks you something about it, if that makes sense. Like, for example, very recently, someone's taking the time to, watch through the entire series, like, from the very beginning. Like, I've mentioned this before, but another person is doing it, and they're actually leaving comments. In which case, By the time you get through this, it'll probably been like 3 months from when you started it, but congratulations, Nobi, for making it to this point. Because at least at the time of recording this, with the 100 episodes that are currently in the playlist as of now, the current playlist is 51 hours. 51 hours, so, you know, that's going to take quite a bit of time, and obviously we have this recording session. I predict that probably we might finish the game in the next recording session, and then there's going to be another recording session for the bonus episode, so, I don't know, four more hours left before like this series is completely finito. So that will be like a full 55-hour series, and you know,
Friendship and hard work win.
that's not counting, you know,
Stronger and
stronger. You learned Evade 3. That's not counting, you know, grinding time. My actual playtime is 57 hours. But you know, not all. We got another limit bottle. Not all of my. Does that poison you? I wonder, or maybe I just got poisoned by one of the enemies. Okay, so is this the way that I'm supposed to go, or is this an optional route? We're gonna go to everywhere regardless, it's just that I want to go to the optional route first before I go to, like, the place that I'm supposed to go, if that makes sense, but, yeah, but, like, it's kind of funny, like, one thing, like, he was, like, mentioning is, like, how long it seems like it's taking forever to see Flynn, and
we can do this.
And when I first, played... Oh, let me do a nice recovery smash to get rid of that poison. Like, when I first did, when I was first playing through the game, it really did feel like it took forever to get to Flynn. Like, it felt like freaking forever. It's like we would go to, Date and Hold, and no, Flynn's not there. And then we would go to Ospio, Holor, and Flynn's not there. Then we'd go to Ospio, and Flynn's not there. Then we go to Emmett Hill, and Flynn's not there. And then we finally, after, like... And then we finally ran into him, like once we went to Capua Nor for the first time. And like, realistically, actually that was probably only about 7 or 8 hours into the game. And that was part 15, by the way. I titled the episode Flynn when we first saw him.
Oh, that was me.
When you compare to all the stuff that we've...
Here we go. Yay!
When you compare to like all the stuff that we've done since then... It really was, like, no time at all. Like, I don't even think of, like, the time that it took to get to Flynn as, like, taking long at all. It's just like, oh, you know, that was just, like, a couple seconds in reality. Like, if you were to go by, like, if you were to go off of, like, a normal length game, like, yeah, I'd say, like, a normal length game would probably be somewhere in, like, the 12 to 14 hour range. Realistically, we probably only saw Flynn within, like, the first freaking hour and a half of the game. That's... If even that, like, I don't know. Let's see. I predict that probably. I'm not going to count the time. I'm not going to count the EX dungeon because that's bonus game. That's the only bonus series content. But that's bonus game content. We're just gonna go from the time it takes from the time it took for me from the very beginning to the time it took me to beat the final boss, which I predict will probably be. I don't know, we're at 57 hours. I don't think it's going to take me more than maybe one more recording session, maybe one and a half more recording sessions to beat the game. So, that's like, I don't know, 2 more hours left, so like 59 hours. Let's see, the 7 goes into 56 8 times, right? So we'll just say, so what's, so 1/8, what's 1/8 of 12? Why am I doing mental math? I'm really terrible at mental math. 12 over 18 is equal to 4, what's that? I'm really terrible.
Me too.
It's 6 over 4, or that would be, 3 over 2, so that's 1.5 hours, basically. Assuming I did my math correctly. I don't think I did, but Judith... Yeah, so basically the first hour and a half of the game, basically that's how long, even though, like, it was 8 hours, so it's a bit longer than an hour and a half, realistically, relatively speaking, if you were to, like, adjust it for how much content the actual game has, that was only the first hour and a half of the game. Can we not go this way? It doesn't look like it, but yeah. Yeah, he's taking the time to, like, he's taking the time to comment on all the videos, and I like that, because it's like, it's really... Especially since we're getting towards the end of the game, I'm starting to feel a lot more nostalgic about the game and everything. seeing someone, you know, take the time to go from the very beginning and, like, comment stuff that I did from the very beginning, just taking the time to reflect on all the stuff that I've done through this very, very long series. You know, it's already twice as long as my second longest series, which is, Red Dead Redemption, which was, I believe, 23 hours. You know, just seeing someone take the time to do that and just reflect, taking the time to reflect and see everything, and I just really enjoyed it. It's really pretty cool, I must say. Oh, Judith just died, and so did Rita! What the hell? Limit bottle, please? Did I just use a limit bottle? Don't tell me I just used a limit bottle. Don't tell me I just... Okay, good. Okay, what I want to use is a life bottle. We're probably gonna have to stock up on stuff before we fight Duke again. I guess it's to be expected. Oops. 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 Oh, well, it's no big deal. At this point in the game, it shouldn't be that big of a surprise. We're fighting Duke. I said it, ladies and gentlemen. That was the plot twist that I found it a long time ago. If you're honestly that surprised, wow. It's no. Rita just died again. I just don't understand how that's possible. No, Estelle, please don't use that light bulb. You're probably going to use that light bulb. I don't care.
You're being pretty loose with the items.
You really are.
I'm sorry.
Okay, whatever case may be. Dragon upper. Lagging leper. But yeah, it's nice to just sit back and see all the mistakes that I did, and seeing someone go through the game, you know, not knowing anything when you know everything about it. It's quite interesting, you know. It's kind of like, I feel like, you know, for those of you who play through the game, you probably felt that way. You just like watching me, you know, play through the game not knowing anything about it. But just now.
You're way too excited.
Well, he's got so many women to please.
Yes, he does. Like now, just like I understand now. Just seeing, you know, I understand what that feels like. It's pretty interesting actually. You know, just seeing someone.
Easy win. Don't get cocky.
You know, just seeing like their first experiences with stuff, and just, you know, just remembering your first experience with that and everything. It's interesting. I think I'm just rambling too much. Anyway, Tales of Vesperia. So, I mean, I am talking about Tales of Vesperia, but let's actually talk about like the gameplay and everything. Crimson Flare, Dragon Upper, all sorts of other things. Whatever case it be, what would be a very Tellsy thing to talk about that isn't ramble territory, I wonder? I don't know, there's not really much to talk about in gameplay, because if you've been watching this at the beginning, you've been watching this for 53 hours and 7 minutes along those lines, or 52 hours and 7 minutes along those lines, so there's, you know, probably there's really not much to comment on. First Aid. Lure Slade, Ground Dasher, Destroying Rock. Actually, what was I gonna say? I don't know. Revitalize. Has any? Let's see who's close to leveling up at this point. It looks like no one really. I mean, sure, everyone's on their like, with the exception of Estelle and yeah, with the exception of Estelle, everyone's on their like last quarter of experience needed to level up again. But eh. You change equipment. Use confirm items. Wow, in my effort to actually talk about the game, I'm just talking about the most mundane of things. It's getting kind of ridiculous. Is there anything back here, I wonder? Let me see. Well, that should just tell you, like, how long this series has been going on, because, like, if
Watch my back.
I run out of stuff to talk about on a game, then you know it's been going on for quite some time, because, like, I never run out of stuff to say. Rarely ever. Unless, like, I'm, like, super tired or something, but, you know. I guess that's to be expected. Ramble territory ahead. But actually, oh, actually, there's actually that's one thing I want to talk about. I believe actually, you just died. How many life bottles have we gone through? Let me see. Oh my goodness, we're almost out of life bottles. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. And why are these things killing us all of a sudden? I don't understand, because like they weren't doing super bad before, but now, okay, Judah's dead. I don't understand. Are these enemies just like, actually now that I think about it, like horse type enemies like this that usually have like the charging attack? They usually do really terrible. They usually actually do pretty much a lot of damage, but they weren't doing so much before we got to this session, so maybe these ones are just a little bit strong. Why are people dying left and right? We're gonna be out of life bottles at this point. Yeah, this is our last life bottle, which means we're gonna have to make a trip back to... Oh, freaking... Oh, my lord. Lemon bottle. We're all out of apple gels. That's the problem. That's the problem. We'll give you a Milan shell. Oh, we need to go back and get apple gels. But actually, from what I understand, actually, now that we got to the final dungeon, we can actually do what we need to do to get the level 4, Sources Ring, I believe. The Sign of Victory. We're getting less experience, so I don't think that the enemies are getting stronger, it's just that we just don't have any apple gels. And since Estelle can sometimes be a little, I don't know, silly with her healing arts and whatnot, it's... anyway, whatever the case may be. We're gonna make a detour and go back to, I don't know, probably probably Zophius and get some stuff, perhaps. We need life bottles, and we need, not limit bottles. We need life bottles, and we need, life bottles, and we need... What? Huh? Did I really? No, I feel like I'm going in a completely different path than last time. No, I'm not. Okay. I just didn't realize that we had climbed that high. Alright, whatever the case may be. I guess that's why that skit happened. We're like, oh, I never noticed that we were so high in the sky. Like, not even Bao's gone this high, or Baloo, as I once called him once. I once called him once. Very, very, redundant there, I must say, but... What was I talking about again? No, we need to get life bottles, we need to get apple gels, and stock up on some other stuff as well. Wow. So, yeah, that's pretty much confirmation right now, ladies and gentlemen. The final boss, we're gonna need to do, like, a grinding session and a half for him. Like, seriously, like, he's... Like, if the regular enemies are doing this, then... Oh, goodness. Duke. He's gonna absolutely destroy us. Anyway, whatever the case may be, let's get out of here. Get me out of here! Get me out of here! Been a while since I've said that, huh? Halor should actually have some pretty decent items, I'm pretty sure. Like, the only thing that's probably missing is miracle gels, and we're probably stocked up on that, right? Yeah, so, I don't think that we really need to go... We don't really need to go all the way to Zophius to buy stuff. This is probably good enough. Oh, do you mind if I step away for a bit? I'd like to talk to the mages here about spear conversion. Sure, go ahead. All their Blastia research might be useless pretty soon anyway. Alright, I'll try not to be too long. Need to left the party? Actually, while we're here, we might as well get some better... Actually, we already stocked up on better weapons. I doubt that, whatchamacallit's gonna have... I doubt that the Fortune's Market here is gonna have any better items. Actually, come to think of it, I wonder if there's, like, anything up here that might, like, trigger, like, another... For a second, I thought that was a Wonder Chef. I was like, that looks weird, but I think we already saw the Wonder Chef here. Oh, we were supposed to go up here anyway. So that's about the long and short of it. That's about the long and the short of it. Wow, things have gotten pretty bad. Spirits, huh? So you're saying you want to take our Blastia research away from us? People can't live without Blastia. I don't like this idea one bit. You all sure talk big for a bunch of amateurs with underfunded research that no one cares about. What did you say? I'm changing voices for these guys so much. You want to rumble? I didn't come here to listen to you have your petty arguments. Can you just put your emotions on hold for a few minutes? Anyway, it's as I told you. We mages will soon be unable to simply continue with our studies of Blastia. I just thought it would be best if I let you know. We can't accept what you've told us. Even if you're the best brain in Ospiel, you're still a child. Adults are elected to pay heed to the words of one so young as you. Surely that's all it is? That's really not the issue here. Adults have their own way of discussing things, you just leave everything to us. Right, we'll do something about that stubborn bunch. Now to get back to familiar territory, as in voices that I actually know how to do. Sorry about that, come on, let's go. Is it really okay to leave so soon? I mean... It's fine, let's go. Rita joined the party. Did she get a new title for that? Nothing? Oh, there's the mayor. Oh, there's chest over here. What's in here? Holy bottle. Okay, no thank you. We don't need that just yet. What's in here? Nectar bottle? No thanks, we don't need... What do nectar bottles do? I don't think I ever looked... I don't think I have... I'm pretty sure that I actually do know what they do. It's just that I never bothered, checking. Nectar bottles prevents magical elements for 1 minute during battle. Can only be used during battles. Okay, interesting. Actually, someone told me. Items. The items that you get... Oops. The items that you get in, Xbox Live. I remember them telling me this a long time ago, but I forgot. It's actually that, these are like special event items that you get. Yeah, come to think of it, I think they told me about this when I was like in Shaiko's Ruins or something like that. The Xbox Live items that you get are like special limited edition items that you get through Xbox Live. It's not, I thought that there was like something that you get for like trading with friends or something, but no, that's not the case. Anyway, what do you have to say? I gave the mayor like a George Takei voice, didn't I? So, oh my, red, so very red. This year's especially bad.
What's the matter, Mayor?
Oh ho, you're back.
What about something being red?
Oh, it's just this year's flowers are an especially deep shade of red, so I was thinking that the curse of the Cage Emperor's Bride must be particularly strong this year. But I'm just joking, of course. Who's this Cage Emperor's Bride supposed to be?
About 300 years ago, the Emperor at the time, Brimstone IV,
That's an interesting name.
planted a tree on the perimeter of Halor's barrier. He left all of his later years shut up inside his castle, so people took to calling him the Caged Emperor.
It's always so educational to have you around, Estelle.
But what does the Caged Emperor's bride have to do with this tree?
Legend has it that the Cage Emperor murdered his fiancée and buried her corpse beneath the roots of this tree. The tree gets red color from the murdered bride's blood, which its roots absorb. What? What the hell? It's really nothing more than a legend. Of course, there's no way a tree could keep sucking up someone's blood for centuries anyway. Yes, but I'm worried that this macabre, I actually never knew how to pronounce that word, macabre tale will spread and drive potential visitors away from our town.
Then don't you think it's a bad idea telling it to the travelers like us?
Oops. Okay, forget all about the story I just told you, okay? How are we supposed to forget something like that? If you don't forget it, the Cage Emperor's Bride will hold a grudge against you. Cut it out! There you go again, you're just reinforcing the legend. Oops.
There's no way that story is true.
You can't, if you remember from the ghost ship, you need to remember that, Rita is afraid of ghosts. She seems to have a really big fear of ghosts. What do you have to say?
Our losses are great, but we will not despair.
Okay. It's amazing. I feel like my voices are changing for some odd reason. They are, probably, but, you know, that's to be expected, I suppose. 1, because my throat is getting tired, and 2, because... stuff. Let's go ahead and talk to you and buy some stuff first. Let's see what you got here. Alright, apple gels are what we need. We need some orange gels, we need some launch gels, we need some lemon gels, pineapple gels are good. We need life bottles, of course. We need those. And everything else should be good. Alrighty then. Thank you. Thank you very much, come again. Next, what we need to do is we need to save, then we're going to rest at the end. I think we'll call that a recording session. We'll pick up on the final dungeon in the next one, I believe. Maybe we'll finish it, maybe we won't. I don't think that we're going to finish it, but, you never know. Change device, saving, please. Process successfully completed. What do you have to say? No matter what sort of crisis we may face, I believe there is always a solution. No, I know I gave him, like, my guard voice, but I don't care. 150 gold. I forgot that, like, staying at an inn was so cheap here. 150 gold? We hope you enjoyed your stay. Please come again. I think, actually, the cheapest was Jormgen, I believe, where it was, like, freaking, like, 50 gold. Like, that was it. You know, compared to, like, the 500, 600 that we normally pay. It's amazing. Anyway, whatever the case may be... Hold on, we still have, like, 1 minute to kill before we end things off, so... See if there's anything else we want to see. It's been a while... Well, actually, the last time we were in Halor was when... I believe... Oh, actually, that's a lie. I was about to say, just before we went to Zoffia's castle for the second time, you know... before we fought Estelle... You know, back when she was being controlled by Alexei, but, you know... I think we've been here a couple times since then, actually. What do you have to say? Hello? Something strange is going on. Many people are reporting feeling sick. Healers are running around everywhere. Maybe illness does follow the mind. You can think your way to health, right? Or not. Am I sick? I feel terrible. Okie dokie then. That's amazing. But yeah, I'm pretty sure actually that we can get the level 4 Sorcerer's Ring now that we got to the final dungeon. What did they say? Oh, this is another special cutscene. Uno, due, tre, cuatro. What is that? It's obviously not Spanish. That might be either Portuguese or French. No, actually, I'm pretty sure that... No, what is... It might be French. No, it is too difficile. I don't know. Is he supposed to be Portuguese? I don't know how to do a Portuguese accent. No, it is too difficile to do by myself. What to do? I'm just gonna give him a normal voice. Well, what's that? Or what's that? That guy's the definition of creepy. Yeah, maybe we ought to just keep on moving. Oh, buongiorno. Oh, it's Italian. You came at a good time. I'm gonna give him a pizza accent. What's with this guy? My name's Sicily. Piacere.
Ah, pleased to meet you too.
Estelle, you're only encouraging him. I have to say, I'm having a piccolo problema. Do you think you could help me? Eh? You want us to help ya?
What is it that you want help with?
Well, signorina, I've been counting the petals that fall from this tree, but it's a bit difficile to do alone. Well, about time we hit the old dusty trail.
Good idea.
Aspetta, please wait, why won't you help me? This guy's pretty annoying. All I need is someone to help. Even that signorina will suffice, per favore. Huh? Me? And what do you mean, even that signor? What are you trying to insult? Actually, I'm pretty sure it's just signor. What are you trying to insinuate? Alright, Raven, we're counting on you. Yeah, make it fast, okay? I still don't really know what's going on, but, good luck?
I guess it's okay?
The old man will get things done. He's a real go-getter. Bene, molto bene. So, signore, you go and look over there that way. Hold on just a second. I still haven't said I'd help at all.
It'll be easier if you just give it and accept your fate, old man.
Yeah, and make it snappy, would you? Ugh. How do I get talked into these things? I counted all of them. From here all the way over there, there's 97,201 petals in all. See, I thought it'd be something like that. Grazie. Oh, what the hell's all this for anyway?
Oh, signore, I can't tell you that. It's a secret.
A secret, huh? Well, whatever. I'm going to go now.
Aspetta, signore. Your name, what is it?
Raven.
Raven, you did a good job today. I'm sure good luck will come your...
What? Is that... Oh, he did like a normal voice. Raven, you did a good job today. I'm sure good luck will come your way.
Arrivederci.
Good luck coming my way. That'd be a nice change. Hey, I just realized something.
Raven learned arrivederci.
I'm a pretty complex guy. Alright, whatever. We haven't really changed titles in a while, so I think what we're gonna do is change the titles, and then we'll call it a recording session.
Arrivederci.
Apologies to any of my Italian fans watching right now. Because that was the most ridiculous... I called it a pizza accent because that's generally associated with, like, I don't know, really stereotypical pizza people. I don't know. I know it's not really what an actual Italian Italian accent sounds like, so, you know, it's just that that's the only type of Italian accent I know how to do. Don't you dare do that, Audacity. It was like, I don't know. Okay, so Brave One, Agile Fighter, or Agile, whatever, Determined Fighter. I can do it if I put my mind to it. That was not my that was not my Kara voice at all. Energetic Fighter, Chirpy Fighter, Fatal Attacker. You know what? Okay, do I want Brave One or Fatal Attacker? To save his friends, so he's like Ike, fighting for his friends, a truly proud moment, or Fatal Attacker. I think I'm still gonna keep Brave One, just because. Alright, we got Great Lancer Dragoon, riding on Bull through the skies like lightning. These two are unstoppable. I like that one. Estelle, Priestess. Her noble presence and willpower are enough to turn dreams into reality. Not just a pretty face, her majestic presence can measure up to any knight on the battlefield. Seeker of the truth, condemned by a giant monster at the poison of the world, she continues her journey for truth. Yeah, sure, why not? Grand Mage, we'll go with Genius Mage because it's very fitting. Top Dog, your skills are comparable to that of a top swordsman. Not bad for a dog. Sure. Vigilante. Okay, we got it. He's been Vigilante for quite some time. We have to have something else. Downtown Boy, I think, was the first one that we ever got. We'll go with Master Swordsman, one whose name will go down in history. Immortal Old Man. Double Identity. Where's the Arrivederci? Didn't he get the Arrivederci one? I guess not. Trickster. We'll still go with the Immortal Old Man. And that's that, I suppose. We'll just go ahead and... Did we rest? Yes, we rested. Of course we did. A better question I was thinking... The actual question that I was thinking in my head was, did we lose health or TP after we rested? Which is also a silly question because we haven't gotten into any fights since we rested. So, alright. Let's go ahead and save. That'll be good there, and then we'll end off the recording session. So, if you like this video, this series of videos, please feel free to leave a like. If that was cool, please feel free to subscribe and enjoy the other brother today. Also, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/MegaShadowFist. I'll be sure to leave that in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is MegaShadowFist signing out. Arrivederci!